Oklahoma receives BEAD final proposal approval. Potential cuts ahead for Reconnect. FCC denies satellite spectrum requests. T-Mobile and Deutsche Telekom look at a merger, and trouble for Blue Origin's first commercial rocket launch. Those stories and more on This Week in the Broadband universe. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Craig Corbin. Celebration in the Sooner State as Oklahoma became the 48th state to receive NTIA approval of its BEAD final proposal. According to OBO Executive Director Mike Sanders, Oklahoma will have broadband projects in all 77 counties statewide, connecting more than 40,000 homes, businesses, and community anchor institutions. Total investment in those projects, $574 million, including $146 million in matching funds from the ISPs. A dark cloud over the Reconnect loan and grant program. USDA's proposed 2027 budget would eliminate the rural broadband program, canceling $40 million in unobligated balances from prior year funds. The proposed USDA budget does still include $200 million for federally financed bank loans to expand deployment in rural communities, along with $30 million for DLT grants, that's distance learning and telemedicine. Secretary of Commerce Howard Lutnick testifying this week before the Senate Commerce Justice Science Appropriations Subcommittee. Secretary Lutnick repeated on multiple occasions a goal of having BEAD non-deployment guidance ready over the next 2 months. GCI Holdings, a wholly owned subsidiary of GCI Liberty Incorporated, will acquire Alaska-based fiber infrastructure provider Quintillion. The deal will combine Quintillion's more than 1,800 miles of existing subsea and terrestrial fiber and 1,500 miles of planned fiber expansion with GCI's statewide network and operations. The combination will strengthen redundancy and improve communications reliability in regions that support mission-critical and national defense-related activities in the Arctic. Rough go of it for Blue Origin on its first commercial rocket launch. The satellite payload from customer AST Space Mobile was deployed into orbit at an altitude way too low, rendering it unable to sustain operations. AST indicating that the satellite will now be taken out of orbit. Blue Origin is attempting to increase launch activity as it deals with a substantial backlog of flights. But as far as AST Space Mobile's week went, it wasn't all bad news. The FCC did grant the satellite company's request to provide direct-to-cell mobile service using spectrum from AT&T and Verizon. AST Space Mobile also was cleared to operate a 248 satellite constellation in support of that service. The global satellite direct-to-cell market heating up, with frontrunner SpaceX now facing competition from both AST and Amazon with its recent $11 billion purchase of Globalstar. In other FCC action this week, the Commission denying requests from satellite operators to open up currently occupied spectrum bands, getting the thumbs down. SpaceX, Kepler, Satellio, AST Space Mobile, and Iridium. U.S. Justice Department officials met with broadcast television station operators on the topic of an antitrust probe into the sports media marketplace. Both the DOJ and FCC are investigating how sports leagues, in particular the NFL, are moving a larger number of games from traditional networks to streaming services seen as costly to consumers. Station operators have concerns with the 1961 Sports Broadcasting Act, which allows leagues to collectively negotiate TV rights. For the first time in more than 10 years, commercial nuclear power projects have broken ground. TerraPower began work in Wyoming on a projected 42-month build. Kairos Power got underway on its project in Tennessee. That 50-megawatt plant will sell power to Google. The TerraPower facility will generate 345 megawatts of electricity. First quarter revenue numbers for Comcast revealing that broadband subscriber losses have slowed down for the first time in 5 years. The company losing 65,000 subs, with domestic broadband revenue dropping 5.1% in the quarter. Q1 numbers for Charter showed a loss of 120,000 broadband subs, but they did gain 368,000 Spectrum mobile lines during the quarter. Good news, though, for Big Blue. AT&T announcing major Q1 high-speed internet growth, 584,000 new subscribers. Its Q1 reporting reflecting the February acquisition of Lumen's fiber business. Google has introduced its 8th generation of tensor processing units, specialized chip for customized AI inference and training. The development heating up a growing rivalry between Google's custom semiconductor business and market leader NVIDIA, especially in light of the demand for faster, more energy-efficient chips. Germany's Deutsche Telekom, currently T-Mobile's largest shareholder, with just more than 50%, and now the two companies weighing the benefits of forming a more streamlined telecom giant. The potential deal would create a new holding company that would make a stock bid for shares of both providers. Current market value of T-Mobile, $215 billion. Deutsche Telekom, $166 billion. Any deal would require approval from both the German and U.S. governments. And finally, Fubo has added a number of baseball regional sports networks to its lineup, included 14 Major League Baseball operated team channels, along with Spectrum Sports and Net LA for the Dodgers and Braves Vision. The Atlanta Braves signing a multi-year distribution agreement are now available on Fubo's live TV streaming platform. Braves games available to subscribers to Fubo TV all throughout the 6-state Braves country territory. That's Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, South Carolina, Tennessee, Western North Carolina. Thanks, Fubo TV. And thank you for watching. We'll see you next time on This Week in the Broadband Universe.